January 2nd, 2020. Never thought I would see this day, but here I am. Headed to the gym. Gonna start it off right. Was traveling all day yesterday, or you'd have got the first video of the year on the first day of the year yesterday. But didn't feel like doing one yesterday on the trip back. It was a long day, tiring day. Had to be back today to do labs. We'll hear back from the doctor, I'm sure, a little later on today about how everything went. We actually got to skip a week over the holidays, so it's going to be interesting to see. I've had this will be probably almost 2 weeks without labs, so it'll be interesting to see how I went all week without an update. But going back, hitting the gym today, started off right. Got a lot of hopes and dreams for this year. Hopefully we can meet some goals. Got some stuff set up this year. Hopefully we can get it taken care of. We'll talk about that later on. Being the first video of the year, I really want to know more about what you're doing spiritually than physically. I've got a lot of physical goals for the year I want to meet. Still want to put on a little bit extra weight. Going to try to get that magazine cover going this year. Hopefully we can do that now that I can actually breathe and lift heavy. I think I'm ready to start adding some weight to the bar. The doctor said it was okay, just fill it out at the end of last year. Make sure I'm not overdoing it. So I'm going to start adding a little bit of weight, see if I can't get there on my own. Since my gym partner has had other things going, I'm going to have to actually sit down and work out a schedule with her and my lovely wife, and try to get not only get her back in the gym to meet some goals this year, but also to expand my own. So we're going to see how that works out. But the reason I say I'm more interested in your spiritual life this year is because we started this year off with a bang, spiritual wise. God's really done a work in both of us over the last 7-8 months with the transplant, having to be stuck in a hospital room for weeks at a time with really nothing to do or look at except each other. TVs and books were a little bit of a distraction through that time, but there's only so much you can do and only so many shows you can watch over and over again before you have to break it up with a little bit of human reaction. That was my toolboxes rolling around in the back, if you hear that on the video. But had a God appointed meeting over the holiday break. Went home with really only one expectation, and it got shot down. Didn't happen, and I'm very disappointed in that. But God knew what we needed while we were home. Run into an old friend, got invited over for coffee. We went, sat down and talked for 3 hours about just what is going on and some things that God had revealed to me and brought me through this whole ordeal, but told me I had to keep it to myself because at the time was really struggling with some things, and he showed me some things and said, this is your strength right now, so this will sustain you. Keep this to yourself. This is between you and me. Don't cast your pearls before swine, basically, because not everybody's going to understand this, and when we met this old friend and we sat and we talked, God actually showed them some things that he showed me, and it got brought up in conversation. And if you are if you're in tune enough with him, he will give you these things, times, of when to keep things to yourself and when to share. And it just really spoke to me that here we was visiting with somebody we hadn't seen and actually talked to in probably, I'd say, a good 2 years or more, as far as just sitting down and talking. We met occasionally in the occasional hi, in passing, but not an actual conversation like this. And it just went so deep, and I was really just, shocked that this is the time that this is getting brought up with this person. And I was just like, so this is the okay, this is God telling me it's time to share these things. So hopefully I can remember the conversation and really expound on it to you over this next year about things God did and showed me, and really, just have been chewing on and working out and having discussions on, and has really just opened up a whole new world spiritually. It's great, and I hope that you get these videos and really check them out, because I think it will really uplift and encourage you, in your walk this year, because it's 2020. Everybody has hopes for the new year. We have dreams, and we want to fulfill those dreams and goals. We want to see those hopes come to fruition, but you would be willfully naive to think that you're not going to face adversity this year. 2019 was a very difficult year for us. It seemed like just when we were getting back on our feet after being knocked down pretty good in 2018, that we got knocked down again in 2019. And then, of course, the health issues, the transplant and everything else just really sent everything up in smoke that we had gathered and done in 2019. So again, we have high hopes for 2020 now that we're both healthy and able to do and really taking the knowledge that we've gotten and gained over the last 7 or 8 months and just really putting it to work. So we're really hopeful for this coming year, but at the same time, you have to be an adult. You have to be wise and know that you're going to get slapped in the face at one point or another through this year. And hopefully you know where your strength is. You have developed a relationship with your spouse and God to the point that, yes, you understand that it's going to come, but it's not going to be that big a deal. It's not going to be, an earth-shattering or a faith-shaking event. It's going to be something that you can deal with, something that you're ready for, and that even though it may cause trouble, cause strife, maybe some struggles, you're going to get through them, and you're going to be okay, and you're going to come out the other side a better person. So I hope that you find this video, encouraging. And you know, we go through things individually. One of the things that I really loved about our church back home is that during the beginning of this entire process, things were just difficult. They had already gotten to the point where they were just hard. And being lifted up and encouraged by them and by our support system was just awesome. And one of the things that I remember the most was that during that time, it felt like, you know, we were the only ones going through it. And the love that they showed, and that just everybody on Facebook and everything else was just incredible. It made us feel like we were really the only ones going through a difficult time, having the support that we did. And it was just so encouraging that, you know, everybody took time out of their day, out of their problems, to really just say, hey, we see you, we acknowledge that you're having a difficult time, and we just want to let you know we're thinking about you, and we love you, and you're going to be okay. Was just, you know, the outpouring was just incredible. And I hope for 2020 that you get that same encouragement. You know, it's like I've said it on Facebook several times. I may not always comment on your posts. I may not always hit the like button. I may not always see you or make a point to stop and call you, but I'm always watching. I'm always cheering for you. I'm your biggest fan. And, you know, just know that even if you feel like you are the only one going through your situation or your circumstance, that you are being thought of, you are loved, you are valuable, and that let that be your strength. You know, you posted on Facebook, I see it. Like I said, I may not comment, I may not like, but just know that I do see it and I do care. And my prayers may not be long and drawn out, but you are mentioned, and I'm grateful for you. But I want to be sure that you hear my heart through this year. I'm going to try to really focus on the spiritual side more than the physical side this year as far as videos go. It's all been physical in the past. Most of them have just been updates on health and things like that, and they're all, you know, gym commutes and things like that. So hopefully you're going to get a little bit of that this year, but hopefully you'll get more of the spiritual encouragement than just the physical. So keep watching. You know, if you have any suggestions or anything you would like me to expound upon, or maybe give you my opinion about, or something that that we've gone through that you would like to know about, you know, drop a comment on a video or on my Facebook page or anything else, and let me know, because, you know, I really want to be involved this year. This year is a blessing. I'm not going to take it for granted. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the medical team at Houston Methodist and the support that we've gotten from friends and family back home and here in Texas. And I want to do my best to make you feel appreciated and loved and cared for just as much as you have made me feel that way. So this is the year of people and encouragement and good spiritual strength. because we've got to have all three. You can't. There's nothing spiritual about a tired body. My sister used to say that, and it's stuck with me for years. So be encouraged in your weight loss, in your strength building, or just in your general getting healthy. And know that there's nothing spiritually strong about a strong body. So be encouraged in your reading, in your studying, in your prayer life, your fasting, the basics. Get back to basics this year and just really read, study, and fast and pray and ask God to really reveal himself to you this year in a new way, or strengthen your foundations, whichever you need. And let me know and I'll pray with you about it. But also, my sister has given me this new saying, you can't disconnect the mind from the body. It's all one. So there's nothing spiritually strong or physically strong about a mentally sick person. So, get in there. If you need someone to talk to, I'm an ear. I would love to talk to you, but I'm not a licensed counselor. So if you need professional help, seek it. If you just need an ear, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to sit on the phone with you and help you work through whatever you need to. But I'm gonna point you right back to God, because this year has been, him just showing out in my life, and the least I can do is just continue to show you what he's done for me, and how stupid spam, and how he has really just blessed and has kept me throughout this whole process. This video is going about 18 minutes. That's probably the longest one I've got on here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off, and hopefully we can get back on the next one and really start sharing some of the stuff that I've been given, and hopefully it'll encourage you. But in the meantime, go work out, eat some granola, get yourself physically in shape, build up yourself mentally, read a book, read the Bible. It all has to grow together. And we love you. We'll see you next time.